So it's been a while since I recorded a video. Last time, where I left you, I was about to go off on a massive adventure, massive for me at any rate. I was going to Madeira Island hiking for 7 days, and I went, and I'm back, and it was amazing. It took me a little while to adjust, and not because of jet lag. I'm very good at not having jet lag. I had more of a existential lag. I dreamed about hiking on the island for 6 days straight. And then I finally dreamed about flying home. Every day I'd wake up and think, I should be hiking. I should be with my friend. I should be drinking Madeira wine. I should be doing something. And what was I doing here? It took me a little while to come back, I think, to sort of revisit my life and make some decisions about what next. But what I want to share with you are three major lessons from this adventure. And one, I'm just so proud of myself, I have to tell you. We did things that had we known better, we probably would not have done. Like the very first thing was our decision was to we'll just meet up in Heathrow, picturing a slightly bigger LAX or DFW. And we pulled it off. We did it, even though that she was in Concourse 5 and I was in Concourse 3, and we weren't sure how the Heathrow Express worked, but we did it. It was the first of many, many adventures where an angel, a person, showed up and helped us without us hardly even asking. So we met and we spent the night in London, and then and walked, and then had a day in London, and then Madeira. And from that point on, whenever we were confused, whenever we weren't sure what to do, and I'm talking about being in the middle of nowhere on an island in a foreign country, somebody would show up and they would point us in the right direction. And we realized we were on an adventure full of spirit guides or angels or guardians, whatever you want to call them. That's the first lesson. The second lesson, sometimes we just weren't sure where we were, but we couldn't have been lost. The terrain at some places there is so dense. I kept waiting for either a velociraptor or King Kong, one of the two, right? And neither, of course, showed up. But we'll get a little closer there. But the terrain is very thick, and there was no way we could miss a turn. So we learned that if we hadn't found what we needed, we just hadn't gone far enough. Lesson 3. We had to walk through some tunnels. So we're on this Levada, which is the canal that they've built to get water from the top of the mountain down, the top of the mountains down. And this very, very terraced island, and everybody gardens, everybody. And when you're on the Levada, it's fairly flat. It is enough of a slope so that water will flow downhill. And at places they had to blast through the mountain to get the water through. And you walk through these tunnels. They're usually fairly short. They are low, and you have to watch to not bang your head. But the pathway is, 2.5 feet wide. You're up against the Levada, and hopefully you don't pass anyone coming the other way, because there's hardly ever a passing zone. In some of the tunnels there were, but then there was this one tunnel. While I was in it, I thought it was a quarter mile long, honestly. When we walked in, we had headlamps on, and mine wasn't working well up here, and so I actually was holding it in my mouth. And when I first walked in, I could not see the light at the end of the tunnel. So we knew it was long. And it was muddy and uneven underfoot, about 2.5 foot wide path next to the Levada, the channel, and overhead here, it's a low kind of ceiling, and you have to kind of watch to not bang your head. So I'm looking down, I'm looking up, because the light is right in my mouth. And I was about halfway through the tunnel before I could see the light at the other end. And part of my mind went, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't like this. And the other part of my mind said, well, that's fine, but exactly what is your option? You can't go back, because you still have to go forward. And you can hate it, but you still got to do it. So step by step, I just kept going. And of course, my girlfriend's trying to talk to me, and I've got the light in my mouth. And she's having the exact same experience. And we just kept going. And we came out into this beautiful open area, and 4 young males about to enter the Levada on their mountain bikes. I have no idea how they were going to do this. But we learned. You just keep going. You just keep going through that tunnel. You manage your fear, and you just keep going. And you know what's on the other side is wonderful. So I've been writing blogs, and I've been doing readings for people, and I've been using some of these as metaphors in my readings for people. And I want to just tell you that I want to thank you first off, because I could feel some of your energy while I was there. And some of you contacted me before the trip to say, you can do this. We're so proud of you. And I'm so proud of myself. And the dog is so proud of me too. But I want to tell you that it was a wonderful trip, and I'm back. And I'm going to be doing videos for you at least once a week now, because I'm so full of ideas. Remember that you can get in touch with me. I'll put the link to my website and the link to my blogs so that we can chat. Anyway, I hope you're having a great day. And thank you, thank you. I'm wishing you grand adventures.